Hey guys, I'm gonna give it back here for the video. Welcome back to another daily video of my sniping series. Yes guys, Madden 22, I wanted to bring back this sniping series. We'll go ahead and snipe on camera. We go ahead and talk about subjects related around Madden. So it could either be about EA Sports, about MUT 22, all that kind of good stuff. This is a daily series I'm going to be bringing back on the channel. So if you do enjoy it, hit that like and subscribe down below, guys. Make sure you check out the second channel, That My Gamer 2. We also have a tech channel called Ryan Tim Tech and a fantasy football channel /football channel called Fantasy Truck Stop. Now last night, if you guys want to watch a video that's really just me raging, go check out Fantasy Truck Stop. I made a video last night after the Ravens lost to the Raiders, and I'll be honest, I screamed a little bit, man. I really just went off in that video, and it was not my proudest video, but I was upset. Alright, so let's go and talk about it, guys. So I alluded to this whole entire thing in the beginning of the end of my video, my last video, my 2 in a week video. But I want to go ahead and make a actually dedicated video to it. So let's go and talk about it. So wire cards this year, NCAT, non-collectible, auctionable, or tradable. And this is a pretty simple response, but it kind of alludes to a lot of things. So what you gotta understand is this year EA Sports does not give any fluffs, okay? So going into this year, EA Sports added the momentum factor to Madden, right? They had the home field advantage, the M factor, and they kind of messed up. They put it only on next gen. They didn't put it on current gen. They said it wouldn't be an ultimate team. It was on ultimate team. It was an absolute blunder messed up by EA Sports. But what this all means is one thing. EA Sports does not care about gameplay. Okay? They don't care about making the game a better game for all. They have now officially, and I'm saying this in the aspect of my opinion, obviously, but this is just my opinion, everything my opinion. They really care all about money, and it's nothing about the player anymore. And I'm learning this more and more. Now, let's talk about NCAT cards. So, what are NCAT cards? Well, pretty much those cards. By the way, let me go ahead and see this real fast. Can you see how much the card sold for? You can't. That kind of sucks. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit, boys. You don't get anywhere in life not risking it for the biscuit, okay? This is one of those moments where this could be a really good move or a really bad move depending on what happens. My goal here is just to sell it real quick, hopefully get a quick flip, and I'm all good. Because these legend cards, especially when there's not too many up, you never know if it's going to be a good flip or if it's going to be a bad flip. And right now, let's just do a quick flip. Alright, so anyway, these NCAT cards, pretty much what they are, plain and simple, is EA's way of stopping farm accounts and from us making coins. So EA is not, anything out of the ordinary here that we don't know already. The EA does not want us to make coins. That's pretty much plain and simple. The less coins we have, the more money we spend on Madden, right? Because if you want a card, EA wants you to go ahead and spend money on cards through the sets. Now, another reason why these cards are NCAT is because of sets, right? So last year we saw a lot of, champion players, once they went ahead and, got released, it was cheap as molasses. I mean, we saw cards that you go ahead and once the set is released, it's like 400,000 coins. And when a set is 400,000 coins when it first comes out, that means that nobody's going to be opening up packs for that set. If the actual champion is cheap, people aren't going to be completing the set because there's no point to. Just buy the champion off the auction house, add him to your squad. Why even go and complete the set? The reason why you complete the set is because the card might cost $1 million+ coins, and if you complete the set, you get $1 million+ coin card, plus you get the card's NAT back. So it really just made it so people weren't completing sets. So EA thought, crap, if people aren't completing sets and they aren't spending money on packs, because the way you complete sets is spend money on packs, then we're not getting money from this, right? So EA Sports realized that is they're losing money because of the fact that people are doing solos and completing sets for cheaper. And that's another thing I'm going to get into, is the solos, getting free cards in solos, put them in the sets. You're actually getting the sets done for cheaper, and that's the reason why these sets, these champions are so cheap. It's because you got to think about it like this, is if there's those solos out there give you 388 overall cards, and you only need 4 for the set, you do the math there, it's going to be a very cheap set. And they could do one of two things. They could go ahead and make that card so you can't put it in the set, or they could make that set requirements to cost more, and people would be upset. So how did they do this? They did it so you can't go ahead and complete solos and complete sets through solos. They also made it so I think it's like half the training for going in and quick selling it, because it is NAT. And that's kind of how EA is doing it. And it does make sense for the fact of, if you look at it through EA's point of view, it does make sense, right? It's because they're going to make these cards more expensive on the auction house, these champions, and that automatically I can at least get 47k out of it. I can at least get 47k out of them. It makes it so that the champions on the auction house are more expensive. People open up packs to complete the sets. There's another thing that I will say that also goes ahead and kind of goes along with that. And the big thing here is the fact that EA doesn't want us to actually go ahead and make coins off promos. So what they want us to do is go ahead and actually do, utilize promos, do the promos, and actually get some free cards, right? And that's all good. I mean, for the Team of the Week cards, Team of the Week sets, you get a free 87 overall every single week. That is an awesome benefit. That is an awesome GG moment, right? And make sure, really, somebody, this is why it's so hard to snipe legend cards. I can still get 35k no matter what out of them, but it's annoying because of the fact that there's not many up. I should have realized there's not many up and should have sniped that card. But anyway, though, as I was saying, so yeah, they don't want you to go ahead and do solos and make a lot of coins. The more coins people have, the less they're going to spend money in the game, right? The less they're going to spend money on packs. Because if you have, let's say, for example, 20 million coins, what's the point of spending money on packs when you know you're not going to get anything back from packs? You'd buy the team you want, and you'd have fun buying whatever cards you want and have the whole entire year like that. So EA can't have that to happen because they want to make money. So how they're doing it now is they want you to be kind of selected into a certain promo. So for example, this Ultimate Kickoff promo, you got 388 overall cards for doing just the solo challenges, right? If you went ahead, you played the yard and the solos, you got 88 overall cards. From every single week, you're going to be getting an 87 overall player from Team of the Week. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to continue throughout the rest of the year, or if it's just going to be for the first week, but you get an 87 overall card. And that's an absolute W, because you just do solos and get an 87 overall card. Now, you look at it and you're like, oh, who cares you can't put in the sets? I don't really care about that. And for most people, they won't, right? But the issue is, after 87 overall cards become obsolete, right, to a point where an 87 overall card is just not really worth it anymore, the point is you get no value from the 87 overall card anymore. So you can't go ahead and put it into a set. You can't go ahead and sell the card. You can't do anything for it other than maybe quick sell for little to no training. And like I said, it's not like it's a huge deal because you are getting a free card. It's a free card, but it would be nice just to have it how the system used to work. The system has always been like this, how you just do solos, you do sets, done, you make coins, you move on with your life. But this is actually a bigger picture idea that we're getting into now. And this is the fact of EA Sports adding that low cap, high cap price feature. So currently, when you go ahead and sell a card, in order for them to counter coin snipers, they did go ahead, coin sellers, they did go ahead and make it so you cannot put a card up for too much coinage. Now that's not too big of a deal, because what we saw at the high price cap, especially this year, is the fact that it's such a high price that it actually still invites and you're able to go ahead and snipe cards to a certain degree. Snipe cards and also make investments to a certain degree. Now you can't make too many crazy investments because, let's say a guy gets a new card, a low raw basically cannot go for that much. Even though, yes, you can go ahead and sell the card, you can't sell it for 10, 20, 30 times the actual price tag that it normally goes for. That's just not how it works. So that is a negative, but at the same time, hey, at least you can snipe, at least you can make some small investments, and everything's good. So this is the next issue. Now, I talked about this on the Madden Companion app about a month ago. About a couple weeks ago, where it actually is now on the Madden Companion app. You can't put a card up for less than it goes for. So there is a low cap feature, a high cap feature, and a medium feature. And you can't post it up for lower than the low cap. So, for example, I was trying to sell Montez Sweat, right? He was selling for around 160,000 coins, but his price came down a little bit, and he was actually going for 145. I could not sell him on that Madden Companion app for 145,000 coins. The reason why is because of the fact that there was a low salary cap on there. There was a low cap value that I could not post below that. Now that does completely destroy sniping in every single circumstance. And the thing that really sucks about that is that EA did go ahead and mention about it, and all they said back was, listen, if you want to snipe these cards, snipe them before the cards actually get a medium price value. So it means before 100 transactions completed that card. And that was a really crappy response, and EA has put the tail between the legs and hasn't responded since then. And I really will say this is not surprising my intrusted imagination, but at the same time though, it's really disappointing by EA Sports. I was hoping for a lot more. But guys, I'm going to end off this sniping series video here. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.